shut up and shoot.
Hi, here we go.
Straight Shooter Coffee, the official coffee of Therapyrange. Today we're going to be doing a product review for a company called Apex Tactical. If you're not familiar, you can check them out online at apex.com. They make upgraded triggers, barrels, fancy Gucci slides, magazine extensions, a handful of things for the tactical guy out there. They sent me the new and improved flat face trigger for the Smith & Wesson SV9. And you can see it right there. We added in a nice blue trigger to it. The package they sent out had 5 triggers to choose from. There was red, blue, FDE, black, I think 1 or 2 other colors. I think it was like 5 colors in it total. We went with the blue one. You know, the guy that I took it to put the trigger in it, he just stuck the blue one in it. You know, I didn't have a preference, and I guess his preference was blue. So let's check this trigger out. But first, I want to show off these +3, come on, focus, there we go. These +3 magazine extensions for your Smith & Wesson SV9 magazines. I was leery about them when they first showed up. I was leery. I'll admit it. I was very, very leery of whether these would actually fit, work, do what they say, because to look at it, I mean, you're only adding maybe an inch and a quarter of space to it, but yet you get 3 rounds out of it. Lo and behold, once I added this on there, I counted out 18 rounds and was able to get all 18 rounds in there. I have shot the gun. They function just fine. They feed all the way through. And my 15 round magazines are now 18 rounders. Focus. Thanks to Apex. Now, this trigger. The original trigger in the Smith & Wesson SV9 was roughly between 7 and 8 pounds. The factory trigger in the Smith & Wesson SV9E, whichever model that you had, this particular one is the SW9VE. This is one of the earlier models of it. But those triggers come out of the factory pretty nasty, pretty heavy. Everyone that's had one of these pistols will tell you that, you know, for me at least, other than the trigger, they're great pistols, but the trigger's just yucky in it. It's gritty, it's nasty, and has, you know, between a 7 and 8 pound trigger pull on it. This one, now that we've got the upgrade in there, I'll get out the Lyman trigger gauge here in just a second, and we'll see what it is. But let's play with it a second. What do you guys think? Do you want to do this? I want to do this, but we're only going to do this if we can do it together. Yeah, together. Be sure to hit the like and subscribe and all that other YouTube and Rumble mumbo jumbo. Alright, so let's make sure our weapon is clear. I did safety clear it before I came out to the building, but, you know, we want to make sure. I can see down in there that pipe is good and clear. Alright, so once we get the gun cleared and we're safe to be playing with it, we're going to bring this trigger back. Well, no matter how I do it, you can't really see it. Alright, so here we go. That'll work. Alright, so there's your, that's all the take-up you have in this trigger now. It's right there. You're against the wall. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. There she goes. Reset it, and your travel to the reset. Right there. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. I'm going to say that's about a 4 pound trigger, but we'll throw the gauge on it and see. But what's nice about this is everything is nice and crisp now. There's no sponginess to it. You know, when I work the trigger back and forth, there's no grit. You know, we're not reset right now, but that's smooth. That's nice and smooth. There's no grittiness to it. Everything feels very good. on the brake and the reset. So let me grab this Linum trigger gauge and we'll see what the actual pounds per square inch is on it. I didn't really have to stop the video. I just wanted to stop it because I like working with smaller clips versus long clips. Long clips are a pain in the ass. Alright, so let's get that powered on. Get the trigger reset. Oh, no reading it. I must have missed a button there. Clear, ready. Alright. Alright. 311. Let's clear that and reset it. $296. $263. Let's try it one more time and then we'll pull the average. Well, I botched that up. Let's try it one more time. See, that says 212. It keeps getting lighter. It's wild. Let's see here. Let's be very focused. Alright, 3 pounds, 8.5 ounces on that one. And that seems feasible. 3 pounds even. $2.7, and the average comes out to just over 2.5 pounds per trigger pull. I'm gonna say that it's actually more like 3, and I could be wrong. I mean, the gauge, I don't know if I trust the gauge yet or not. We're still learning how to play with this thing. But I'm going to say roughly about 3. It's saying 2.5. I'm going to say roughly about 3. So let's take this thing outside and shoot it. You guys ready? I'm ready. Let's do it.
I'm ready.
Where the hell did that come from? Alright guys, so we're out on the range now. The dogs are already barking, but we got our Smith & Wesson 9VE out here with the Apex trigger upgrade in it. So let's see how she shoots. What do you think? It seems to be shooting just fine. Let's hit a double tap. That reset seems to be working really nice. The +3 cycled just fine, no problems. I got another magazine loaded up. Let's go pew pew. Letting freedom ring on Therapyrange. Oh yeah! Seems to work just fine to me. Now, what I can say about that reset on that trigger, she runs smooth, smooth, smooth. When I first put that trigger in there, we had some problems with it being, the reset being really sloppy, really spongy. But I took it down to a gunsmith of mine, and he tweaked everything around just right and got it working the way it's supposed to be working. I would recommend them. I'm going to put a link, my affiliate link to Apex in the video description, so you guys can go check that out. If you're looking to pick up an upgrade, they do them for Glocks, SIGs, Smith & Wesson, I think a couple of other guns. You can get aftermarket barrels and slides, magazine extensions, all kinds of good stuff. Great company, great customer service. Every time I've ever put a phone call in or an email into them, they were right on the spot getting back to me. And by using the affiliate code that I provide in the description, you're also able to help out Therapyrange some. So, yeah, hope everyone had a great turkey day. I know I did. It's cold out here. I'm taking my ass back in the house. I don't like cold. Paul's a pansy when it comes to the cold weather. He just doesn't like it. So with all that said, be sure to do all the YouTube and Rumble mumbo jumbo. Don't forget there's Rumble only content over on Rumble that if you haven't been to Rumble yet, you haven't seen some of the videos. So go do that. Like and subscribe, blah, 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 blah. Affiliate links, yada, yada, yada. Live your life to the fullest, because anything less is an injustice to yourself and every single person around you. Check out our friends over at the Freeman Report. They're on Rumble too. They still have a YouTube page, but they're going to go to Rumble eventually exclusively too. They're good dudes. They do a lot of research on the fuckery going on in our government and our society today. They'll save you some time so you don't have to do all the research yourself. Stay free, America, if you can. It's time to shut up and shoot.
Hi, here we go.